up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he'll rifle this. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Bears nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Check 55 to mine. It's just me and you.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 6. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes, that's complete right around the 8. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Working from the gun, Mahomes looking for the ends. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. Complete to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going. Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either. Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh, boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Hey, check Mike. Watching you 5. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter. And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him. They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it? It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On second and a long way to go. Mahomes, he'll run it, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Yes, yes. Check. Hey, exit. Check.
They'll set up to throw. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Watch twist. Hey. Topper. Get it.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. 21-0 our score after 1.
Chiefs 21, Bears nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check. Go. Check out route. Hot. Hey, Alpha. Yep. What do you want? Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Back to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards. He'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. James Washington with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a big one us here as he's taken down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Check right. Watching your five. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, orbit. 55. Right there.
They'll look to throw here. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Darrell Henderson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Yellow. Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 48 yards.
Check out. 66. Bullet high.
Mahomes now on 1st down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
You got me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot: stay the course.
I got you. Hey, dude. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go, here we go. Go. Ready.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
55.
Third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Safety creep. Attack, attack. 58, 58, Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check.
Coaching spell.
He'll drop to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Go.
Bravo. 55. Hey, eat. Here we go. 52.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
The Chiefs' 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Mike, check, 59.
2nd and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Thomas in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
15
They'll look to throw now on first down. And Thomas has it. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Here's 2nd and 8. Thomas has got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready to break.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Right here.
Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Hey, echo.
No. Off. Kill.
No. Get it.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They run once more with Henderson. Gets around him. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's put him on the bus.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill. Play. Hey, red one. Delta.
Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike.
2nd and 9 now. Complete to Washington. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Two yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Watch the run. 15. 58, Mike. In your face.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Check 31. Check 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming.
2nd down and inches. Quick hitter here is complete. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the carry is Henderson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. 3rd down here.
X3, 218, chopper.
Shift.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Charlie. Let's go get it.
They'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A quick throw complete to Washington. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They run with Henderson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 11. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a run with Henderson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They'll try and run. Henderson fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out as the Bears push further out in front. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not. That allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant.
59. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Ready, ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Henderson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
61.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point.